what's up everybody? This is the 1 month update. Weighed in yesterday of the 1 month anniversary of starting the YouTube channel. Weighed in originally at 336. Weighed in at 320 yesterday. So really excited about that, to have the 16 pounds in a month. I feel like that's pretty good. The only downside to that is I celebrated yesterday and went out to eat at my favorite little restaurant in Point Pleasant, Stewart's Country Kitchen and Bakery. Had some biscuits and gravy to start out in the morning, and then ate a little too much for lunch, and then I ate a little bit at dinner too. So I ended up gaining 6 pounds yesterday back on. So back on the diet today. We are in Stonewall Jackson Resort. We're going to take the Havner's Orchard Trail. It's supposed to be an apple orchard up here. I don't know. I need to read this sign here to see if there's any kind of rules about eating apples off trees, because apples should be about ready. So anyway, it's a 6.8 mile hike, I think is what it is. So it's almost 7 miles. I don't think it's a lot of hills. Here's a little bit of climbing, but I don't think it's too bad. Hopefully we'll get a good little view of the lake here at Stonewall Jackson. Nice resort here in West Virginia. I've never been here before. I know my wife has been here before, but I've never been here, so looking forward to this. So we'll see you out there on the trail. The sign said to take notice of the forest and how open it is here. Because when we get to the other end, it'll be a north-facing slope and the forest will be more dense. Hey, what's up guys? We're about a mile in. We just jumped what's going to be a big old buck someday. He was an 8-point. He didn't look very old in the body, but this was found in the general area that he was in. So I'd say that's why he's gonna be a big fella. That's a pretty big acorn. But anyway, we also stumbled upon the reason this place is called Stonewall. I'll show it to you here real quick. Now they don't know if this was made by early European settlers or Native Americans. They said that the Native Americans were also known to make these little walls. Of course the settlers would have been too, trying to establish their boundary. But this is probably why this place is called Stonewall Jackson. These stone walls, I guess, are all over the park and in the hills adjacent to the park. Well, we've made it to the top of the mountain. What a beautiful little ridge line right there. See down over the hill here. Beautiful. You can still hear the interstate and some cars. After another half a mile or so, it opened up on top of the hill here. So I would say this is the Havner's homestead, or real close. We've seen a couple apple trees. I wouldn't call it an orchard by any means, but maybe it was an orchard back in the old days, 2 or 3 trees. But evidently I was reading, I don't know if I said this already, I was reading that they found a new strand of apple up here, and it became the West Virginia something York apple. So I thought that was a pretty cool, informative little bit. So y'all on the trail. Well, this apple trail is marked by these little apple blazers. This one just happens to have a pretty cool little bug on it. I mean, I had my face right up to it. Couldn't tell if it was a stick bug or not. I had to touch it to see it move. How phenomenal is that thing? There's an eastern box turtle for you. I have to report that somewhere. I can't remember the website. I'd check it out though. Just looking at this. It's funny. If I can zoom in and scoot in. What are you all doing up here? There he goes, she goes. So you can tell the difference between the other side of the hill and this south-facing slope, just like the sign up back there at the beginning said. There's more moss on the ground. There's more undergrowth in the woods. Pretty cool, like it's completely different than what it was on the other side of the mountain. Not many trees around left like that one right there. Looks like he's hollow, but that is a big old tree. My goodness. It's 10 feet around, maybe more, might be 12 feet. Well, we made it 3.2 miles to the end of the trail there. Not much of a view, a little bit of a road. The lake's down there. We kind of walked down that way to look for somewhere to sit down and eat an apple at the lake, but didn't look like any good spots, so just came back to the trailhead and sat down on the side of the hill here. Got a little bit of traffic going. It's the golf clubhouse, I think, right here, so a couple cars have gone by. So we're watching cars, looking at the pretty blue sky. Just a couple clouds a day. It's been a whirlwind of a month for sure. It's going to be a whirlwind of the next month. We're getting ready to start back to school. Cassie's going to go back to work, and the kiddos are going to do their 2 days, I guess, at school, and then come home for the rest of the week. I'm going to be a teacher this year, I guess, at least 3 days a week. I get no salary for it, though. Got to send the state a letter telling them I demand to be paid for 3 days of work. So, still sitting here, contemplating this whole weight loss journey thing. And it's funny how easy it is to put the weight on and how much longer it takes for it to come off. Also, one thing I thought of is when I'm eating right, I don't miss the junk. I don't miss all the stuff I shouldn't be eating, or how much of it I shouldn't be eating, all the extra portions that I used to eat. I don't miss them when I'm eating right, but as soon as I let my guard down, I eat a lot more. I eat the junk. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't miss it. I just do it. I guess it's called comfort food for a reason, huh? Anyway, we're about ready to start back. We got, I think 3.2 miles back. It took us about an hour and 30 minutes to get over here, so probably take us an hour and 30 minutes to get back. Might be a little steeper going back this way, so it might take us a little longer. But anyway, hopefully we'll see something cool out there and we'll be able to stop and show you again. See you on the trail. Oscar says that is the moose tree. I can't deny it. He ain't lying. Hey, what's up, guys? We're just over 4 miles. This is where my body usually starts wearing down a little bit, getting tired. Oscar's already complaining he's tired, his body's hurting. But she ain't hiking weak. I haven't gone since Thursday. Didn't do anything yesterday. Laid in the hammock, that's about all I did yesterday. Went to the local park and laid in the hammock. Loved it. Anyway, see you at the next check-in. I'm glad we decided to come back the trail. It's been a pretty good little climb. And I needed that. The other way was a little too easy. So hitting it back this way, definitely more steep. That is not a good sign. Pretty good indication the weed is about to get wet. So they say that guy had a house up here with his apple orchard. But my goodness, I could live up here, no doubt about it. This trail right here is just beautiful going down through here. Hopefully I can hold it without shaking too much. Just beautiful on top of this ridge. Need to get me a lens with image stabilization in it. But Oscar seen a snake, he got so scared. This little guy looking right at us. About to run for the hills. And we have made it back to the wall. Runs all the way down the hill. Pretty pretty cool. I'd hate to have been the fella who had to build that thing though. What's up, guys? We made it 6.9 miles and we did it 3 hours, 13 minutes, minus the pause we took at the halfway point. Man, I really like the hike. Here we are back to the trailhead sign. It was a good hike. I really enjoyed that. I would say in the fall that's a 5. Because it's a nice long hike. It's not hard. All the leaves will be off the trees. You can see the views. Right now I give it a 4 because it didn't have that wow factor. If I could see over the hill, if they made some lookouts on the hill or something, I think it would have been a 5 now. I really enjoyed it. We saw, man, a couple turtles, lots of birds, a couple deer. So yeah, we saw a few animals, and man, it was a good hike. I really enjoyed it. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll be able to come back in the fall when the leaves are changing colors, and maybe even after they're off the trees a little bit, so you can see over the ridge. But I'll definitely give that a 4 G's for this hike. It's the Havner Orchard Trail in Stonewall Jackson State Park outside of Weston, West Virginia. But I think that's it for now. Until next time, guys, we will see you on the trail.